Hey guys, it's Dan and Johnny again. We're a few days post-release of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Basically.
I've seen it twice. Johnny's seen it 3 times. We've had a blast.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it an 8 originally. Johnny gives it a 9.
Yeah.
And we want to basically cover what the critics have been saying the last few days since it's been released.
Yeah, this is kind of an impromptu video because we were pretty shocked by all the critical reception. So we'll just get right into it, I guess.
Yeah, there's been a lot of critic bashing. Now, we saw this originally on Monday before critics. Before most of the critics.
Yeah, really the only reactions from people that actually seen the film were fans that had gone to the premieres.
Yeah.
In Mexico City and New York City.
Yeah, and if we hadn't, the reviews started coming in from critics.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Or Tuesday/Wednesday.
Yeah.
And they were horrible reviews.
Really
we were
bad.
like, whoa, if we hadn't seen this movie.
Yeah, if we hadn't seen the movie, we would have been pretty
all the fans
scared.
from the premieres. All the fans from the premieres were like, this is the best superhero movie of all time.
It's really good.
And then the critic reviews come out, and it's complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
And we were just like, well, that would have ruined the movie for us if we hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Because the critics are totally bashing it. And we kind of want to read a couple of the reviews because they're really just ridiculous. So, one of the reviews from Wilson Morales. One cannot walk away without noticing the plot holes that stops the film from being consistent. There are too many whats, whys, and hows being asked in one mind, and that leaves them befuddled.
I disagree.
I don't get that. A big bombastic mess that never does enough with the characters to warrant bringing them together. That's from Edward Douglas. Peter Howell. If only the film actually had depth, along with a little levity to lighten the bulk in the script, the visual murk, and the sonic overkill. Joe Morgenstern. Underdeveloped, overlong, and stupendously dispiriting. Now, the main thing that everybody keeps hitting at is it's a little bit dark, which is Zack Snyder. Some people just don't like that.
Well, DC's always been dark. I mean, look at the Nolan trilogy, and Nolan's had a hand in Man of Steel and this movie. He produced both the movies. He signs off on what they're doing.
Right.
So.
And it's not funny enough to some people. Now, I know Marvel is like 2 movies a year at least since about 2008.
Much, yeah.
So we've been getting hit with these
very light
comedic superhero movies, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's its own style.
Yeah.
But I think people have gotten used to that, and for critics to just completely bash this over and over and over again because it's not funny enough. Every series is different.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's good to have diversity,
yeah,
especially within the same genre.
Right.
Yeah.
And this movie was never going to be technically perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with so much going on, so many characters and plot lines, and a lot to set up for future movies too.
Right, and it's a superhero movie. It's going to be overproduced and overly CGI at times. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And we feel like the critics just have been really, really harsh, and we just wanted to say that you shouldn't let that as a fan get in the way of it. If you're a Batman fan, a Superman fan, a Justice League fan, Wonder Woman, DC just in general, or just superheroes in general.
Yeah, superhero movies.
You're gonna love this movie. There's no reason for critics to ruin it for everyone and say, oh, how stupid are people for going to see this movie? It's so bad.
Yeah, and that's another thing it does bother me a little bit that it's being crushed so much by the critics. That's one thing. But it's like they don't want anyone to see the movie.
Yeah.
They just don't want anyone to enjoy it.
They're being hateful in a bad way.
Without
making a point.
It's very disturbing. I've never really seen it before. And so as you were saying, they don't really point out what's wrong with it. It's because we've gone over a lot of the reviews, positive and negative.
Yeah.
And with the positive reviews that I have seen, from big names like Rolling Stone, Forbes, People, all these other really popular and good outlets, they say, okay, there are flaws. They point out the flaws. They say how it could have been improved. But then they also talk about the good stuff and say that they did enjoy it. Yeah. Whereas all the negative reviews, which are a lot of obviously, they don't really say exactly why it's not good. They don't specify. They don't really get to the heart of why it's so bad. Don't go see this, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, this is its own thing. This is not the Dark Knight trilogy. This is not Marvel movies. This is the new DC universe. Yeah, Batman vs. Superman was never going to win the most technical film award. I mean, it's just not that type of movie. I think the closest superhero movie we ever got to that was The Dark Knight, and that's as close as we need to get, if that makes sense. It was a very good film, regardless of being a Batman movie. This is not on that level. It wasn't trying to be on that level. It was a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And it's just as entertaining as anything else.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, since the reviews have started coming out, that obviously paint it in a negative light. The cast and Zack Snyder himself, they've been kind of questioned about it.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder, he's just saying, basically what he said from the interview I heard, he said, I try to make it as a comic book lover for comic book fans.
Yeah.
And I tried to make it with that aesthetic, and that's what he said. And he's like, I did it 100% to the best of my ability, and everyone put all their like hard work into it. And if people can't like enjoy that or like understand that, then he doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck was on Jimmy Fallon, and people were talking about the reviews, and he said, this is really for the audiences. Critics might not latch onto it quickly. So even if they don't like this one, maybe Justice League will like it, or Wonder Woman, just the other films that DC will put out. I don't think anyone, even if they didn't like this one or they didn't enjoy it as much as they wish they would have, don't write off DC or this universe whatsoever.
Yeah, and we've seen what Marvel has done. Thor was not the most popular character. Iron Man wasn't the most popular character.
Yeah.
But look what they did. They were able to build these characters up, and I think Dawn of Justice gave us a little sneak peek at Wonder Woman. I wasn't the biggest fan of her in the film, but I appreciate what they did by introducing her,
Yeah.
giving you a little bit, and you're like, oh, this could be a cool
Yeah, I
character.
definitely agree.
So give Wonder Woman 2 movies and see where it leads. Give
Yeah.
Cyborg a movie, give Flash a movie, give Aquaman a movie,
Yeah.
and see where these things go. Suicide Squad's going to be awesome. The trailer looks
Oh yeah, definitely.
phenomenal.
Yeah, everyone loves it so far too, especially online and
Yeah,
stuff.
just from obviously you can't judge something by a trailer, but I think it looks to be the best in the series so far. Just from to me, it looks like that.
Yeah, and David Ayer is always good. So.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman is going to be a good movie, and
Definitely.
Justice League is going to be good, and everything they do in the future. Just give it a chance. Don't listen to the
Yeah.
critics. Have fun at the movies as a
have
as a
fun.
superhero fan.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, yeah. The plot is there's some deeper themes and stuff like that, but overall you can enjoy it and just enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean?
When you go see Transformers, you're not going to see Shawshank Redemption. That's not what you're looking for. You just want to see cars beat the shit out of each other. And same for this. It's a very good movie. It's better than Transformers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But you want to see Batman and Superman beat the crap out of people and be who they are. And that's exactly what this movie is.
And like I said, it's kind of unprecedented for there to be such a disconnect for such a big movie between critics and fans.
Right.
But just look at Rotten Tomatoes. Look at Sharknado. Sharknado has an 85% approval rating from critics.
Yeah.
And then the fan audience rating is like 30. So like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, critics always have some sort of agenda. Why they approve a movie or why they want to have a movie succeed, and fans just want to see a good movie.
Yeah.
That's how you know. And so Batman v Superman, only 30% of the critics like it. 75% of the general audience so far has enjoyed it.
So just go and enjoy the movie. Don't let the critics ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Go have a good time. It's a great time at the movies.
Oh, absolutely.
As film fans and also movie experience fans, go and have fun.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's why we were most shocked, is because we of all people, a general audience, we understand movies, we understand comic book characters, all that stuff. So that's what I think why we were so surprised, and we kind of had to make this video just to say, wow,
Don't listen to the critics.
Form your own opinion. Always judge for yourself, because really the most important critic is yourself.
Yeah. If someone likes,
you know what you like, you know what you don't like. So even if you like something that everyone else hates, who cares? If you love something, or if you don't like something that everyone else loves. Who cares?
Yeah, just enjoy it.
If you like, so.
If you are a comic book fan, go see this movie.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Anything
no
DC or superhero or even Marvel, go see this movie. You're going to have a good time.
I've seen it 3 times. Obviously, you've seen it twice. The audiences that I was with every time, you were there as well, loved it.
Yeah.
They were clapping, cheering, laughing, crying. They were into it. They're looking towards the future. So I think so far, especially financially, people are going out and seeing it. They're interested. They want to know what's going on. So I think it'll do well, and I think that they'll be able to shrug this off, and I don't think it'll affect anything in the long term.
Exactly. So go see Batman vs. Superman this weekend or next weekend or whenever you can. Support the movie because we don't want critics to
dictate
our
what we like movies. Yeah.